Why are you here?
We run a pretty tight ship around here. It's all about boundaries, rules.
There'll be no reason for them to rebel against our rules and demands because there won't be any.
You may be a little bit over now, but when that storm passes, you're going to stand right back up to where you were before.
Now, what does this say about the state of our country?
This is ridiculous.
I've been wanting to meet you.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
You talk, I'll listen.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. David Letterman is coming back for a third season of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Netflix announced that yesterday. The series returns Wednesday, October 21st. Unlike past seasons, which put out one new episode a month, the third season will drop the entire 4-episode season at once. At a Senate hearing yesterday about coronavirus, Dr. Fauci got pissed at idiot Republican Senator Rand Paul.
They are looking at the guidelines that we have put together from the task force of the 4 or 5 things of masks, social distancing, outdoors more than indoors, avoiding crowds, and washing hands.
Or they've developed enough community immunity that they're no longer having the pandemic because they have enough immunity in New York City to actually stop.
I challenge that, Senator, because I want, please, sir, I would like to be able to do this because this happens with Senator Rand all the time. You were not listening to what the director of the CDC said, that in New York, it's about 22%. If you believe 22% is herd immunity, I believe you're alone in that.
And now, things I've learned from Judge Judy.
All rise.
That was to teach you a lesson about resisting arrest.
I did it again a couple months after.
Well, then, you're a moron.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why would somebody do that? Do you think that makes you more or less valuable in the eyes of the world that you got arrested for resisting arrest, they kept your car for 30 days, you had to bail your car out, then gratuitously telling me, I did it again. A couple of months twice. Why do you think that that's important? You think that that makes you terrific? I mean, I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying.
Just saying.
That's it for things I've learned from Judge Judy.
Trump said yesterday that the White House, not the FDA, will approve a vaccine for coronavirus. What could possibly go wrong with that? Meanwhile, Trump wouldn't commit to a peaceful transfer of power if he loses the election when asked by a reporter. How long has it been since there's been a good old-fashioned tar and feather in America? Officials at a zoo in Switzerland checked the DNA of a newly born orangutan and determined the father lived in a completely different enclosure and must have mated with the mother through a hole in a fence. The frisky male's name is Vendel, which is Swiss for Charlie Sheen. Police in Vietnam have confiscated 345,000 recycled condoms. Even worse, the dudes were still wearing them. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. Coca Cola is launching its first alcoholic beverage. Every single person in the marketing department should be fired if they don't call it rum and Coke. Hey, Coke, nobody gives a f***. Due to COVID-19, there will be no New Year's celebration in Times Square this year. So if you want to see the ball drop, may I suggest Lance Armstrong. Hey, cheaters, nobody gives a f***. Cops say an Oregon man shot himself in the groin while showing off a gun in a supermarket checkout line. Not to be outdone, a Florida man just blew up his groin with a rocket-propelled grenade. Hey, a Florida man, nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.